Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing good by the grace of God. Today let me take you to a king in 2 Chronicles chapter 33. Without any further delay, let me read through the story. Manasseh was 12 years old when he became king and he reigned in Jerusalem 55 years. So we are reading the story of Manasseh. He is the son of King Hezekiah. But something seems very off when we read through the story of Manasseh. This man seemed to build many altars, not for our God, but foreign gods. In fact, if you read from verse 3, he rebuilt the high places his father Hezekiah has demolished. He also erected altars to the Baals and made Asherah poles. He bowed down to all the starry hosts and worshipped them. Seems like his father Hezekiah, who had been one of the greatest kings in the history of Judah, did not make much of an impact on this guy. He was doing all crazy stuff. It seems like this man is very desperate because it only gets worse and worse if you read through the story. I am reading from verse 5. In both courts of the temple of the Lord, he built altars to all the starry hosts. Imagine now the perversion has entered into the very temple of God, and it did not stop there. Verse 6 says he sacrificed his children in the fire in the valley of Ben Hinnom, practiced divination and witchcraft, sought omens and consulted mediums and spiritists. He did much evil in the eyes of the Lord, arousing his anger. He took the image he made and put it in God's temple, of which God has said to David and to his son Solomon, in this temple and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, I put my name forever. Can you imagine? This man seems to be very off. It went so bad that he had offered his own children as sacrifice. Seems like Manasseh was desperate about something, that this man is going nuts, he's going crazy, he's doing all this crazy stuff. And it seems like this man is trying with all of his might to get some things done. And there is something the Bible speaks about when someone trusts on their own strength. Let me read from Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5 and 6. I'm reading from the Message translation. God's message. Cursed is the strong one who depends on mere humans, who thinks he can make it on his muscle alone, and sets God aside as dead weight. He is like a tumbleweed on the prairie, out of touch with the good earth. He lives rootless and aimless in a land where nothing grows. This truly depicts the story of Manasseh, isn't it? He's depending on his own might. He's doing all these crazy things. He's trying harder and harder. We don't know why, but something is really not so good. When we look at the story of Manasseh, it seems like he's very desperate to gain something or to get something, and he's doing it all in a very wrong manner, and everything is spiraling down. He's going crazy and crazy. In fact, if we read in Proverbs chapter 28 verse 26, I'm reading from ESV, whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool. Honestly, yes, when we are on our own, when we become so focused on ourselves, when we become I-centered, me, myself, I, this is what we become. We become so foolish, we become so exhausted, desperate, frustrated, and the list goes on and on and on. We'll find no rest in and of ourselves, like Manasseh. But something has changed when something significant happened in the story of Manasseh. Let me read from verse 10. The Lord spoke to Manasseh and his people, but they paid no attention. So the Lord brought against them the army commanders of king of Assyria, who took Manasseh prisoner, put a hook in his nose, bound him with bronze shackles, and took him to Babylon. Can you see? Sometimes some things that God allows is for our own deliverance. Imagine this man. He might have ended up killing all of his kids and also the children in the whole land if God would have not allowed the enemies to come and capture him. But let's see what has happened after Manasseh was taken into captivity and was put in prison. Verse 12. In his distress, he sought the favor of the Lord, his God, and humbled himself greatly before the God of his ancestors. It points out towards a verse that is written in Psalms chapter 118 verse 8. I'm reading from the Living Bible. It is better to trust the Lord than to put confidence in men. It is so true. That is what finally Manasseh had come down to. Everything else has faded off, so he had come to an end of himself. What did he do? He sought, he called upon the name of the Lord. And let's see what the Lord has done. Verse 13. And he prayed to him. The Lord was moved by his entreaty and listened to his plea. So he brought him back to Jerusalem and to his kingdom. Then Manasseh knew that the Lord is God. Can you see? Finally, we understand that Manasseh was so desperate to know God, but he did it all in the wrong places. But God is not unjust. He did not leave Manasseh. When Manasseh called unto the name of the Lord delivered him. And if you read through the story next, you will find out how Manasseh has changed, and the very altars he built, he has demolished them. It's a beautiful thing. Perhaps you might be desperate about something in your life today. It might be an awaited breakthrough, your career, some challenge in your life, something that seems to be closed door for so long, and you might be ending up doing something that you're not supposed to do, and you're getting desperate and more desperate. Child of God, when we become desperate, we do all kind of crazy things. We do things that we are not supposed to do. We step into places which we are not supposed to step in. We say things that we are not supposed to say. We try out things we are not supposed to try out. The best way is to look unto the Lord, like what we just read in Psalms chapter 118. It is better to put our trust in the Lord. Whatever it is today, child of God, it's not late. Just allow God into your situation. Just trust. Turn towards Him. Perhaps you're offended by Him, but He is your Father. It's like the psalmist who was very honest in his declaration. He said, "Whom have I in heaven but you?" Honestly, whom do we have that we can run to? It is only Him. You might have tried everything in your strength, and I'm pretty sure that might not really work that well, isn't it? Child of God, it's not too late. Let's turn towards Him and expect Him to do things and still work things out for our good. I hope this week's exhortation has encouraged you. I'll come to you once again. Until then, have a blessed week. God bless. Jesus loves you. Shalom.